Hi guys, and welcome back to Uzo's Tribe, my YouTube channel. I'm Rita Uzoma Okolo, and on this channel I talk about love, life, career, faith, my life as an international student, scholarships, and everything in between. Today I'm going to be talking to Chivenas, prospective Chivening applicants, and everybody in general on how to apply to UK universities, exactly what you need, and then I'm going to obviously make a follow-up video explaining in detail how to write your personal statement. So flow with me in this video. So you want to undertake a master's, a postgraduate degree in the UK, or even an undergrad degree in the UK, and you really don't know where to start. I'm here to tell you where to start from, okay? You can start from a simple Google search, or you can do more specific searches. It depends. So most times, the first thing that people have issues with is how to find a school. What school should you find? What school would be best for you? There are several criteria for looking for a school. First of all, there are sites that can help you look for a school. There are sites that can help you compare schools. There's a site called University Compare, www.universitycompare. You can go on there to compare schools. If you want to find schools, you can also go on postgrad.com. Okay, so these are sites that help you find UK schools and compare them using various what word will I use now? Using various criteria, So first of all, there are various criteria upon which you can compare schools. You can compare schools based upon their research quality. You can compare schools based on their pricing, their location, several criteria to compare. As an international student, there are some things that should be foremost on your mind when you're picking out a school in the UK to study in. First of all, are you self-funded? Are you going to be paying your school fees yourself? Or would you require help to pay those school fees? Second of all, what location are you looking at? Because there are some cities that are way more expensive than some, and there are some cities that offer way more opportunities than others. So you have to write out your criteria. You have to get a book. First of all, in fact, get a book. Write down, what kind of school am I looking for? First of all, am I self-funded or do I require a scholarship? Because if you're self-funded, you might want to look at cheaper schools. Second of all, where is this school located? Because this will determine your standard of living to a very large extent. Third of all, your course. Does this school offer my course? You have to look at the course modules on the school website to see if they tally with exactly what it is you want to study. Fourth of all, what are the career prospects for those that have gone to this school? Do they have a rich careers department, that care about the after school or post school life or career life of their students? Fifth, what's the welfare for international students like in this school? Do they take care of the international students, or what are the reviews? Then research ranking. If you're going to do some research, if you're going to do a postgraduate study and you're going to be focused on research, what is their research ranking like? What is this school ranked like normally on the tables? The Times Higher Education, how do they rank this school? The REF, how do they rank this school? So is it a Russell Group school? There are 24 universities on the Russell Group. Is it a Russell Group school? You understand? So all these and many more. So it all depends on you. What is it that you really want? What is most important to you? For some people, it is their course. I just need a school that offers the exact course I'm taking and has a rich course module. I think for every international student, whether the school offers your course or not should be a core criteria for you. Core criteria, what's the point of going for international study and spending all that money, all that time and the stress if your school is not offering your course? It makes no sense to me. Or if the school is not in-depthly offering that course. So first of all, you should look. So if you go on postgrad.com, you could just type UK universities, that offer so and so, and then you do a search. You could even do a regular Google search. Okay, so what schools, what UK universities are top ranking in human rights law, for instance? What UK universities are top ranking in energy? Are top ranking in business administration, in psychology, in philosophy? You would get a lot of good results. Second of all, you might want to consider if that school, offers IELTS or requires IELTS or requires an English language test aside your West African Examinations Council results, like your WAEC results. So first things first, check if that school offers your course. Okay, second thing you have to look for is whether or not they require an English language test, because if you have extra 85k and you have the time to write an English language test, then you can leave that part open. But if not, you might want to look for schools that don't require that or that are very happy with your WAEC. Third of all, you might want to look at, okay, what is the school fees, what's the tuition fee that this school takes for my course, and do they have internal scholarships? Are there scholarships in this school I can take advantage of? If not, you might want to look at schools that are way more affordable, for you. Fourth, where is this school located? Is it located in a city like, say, London, which is a very expensive city? Or is it located in a place like, say, Scotland, or Wales? Or where exactly is this school located? All these are considerations you need to make before you pick a school to apply to. For Chevening aspirants, by now you've already picked your schools, you've already submitted your application, so obviously you submitted it with a list of 3 schools, right? What's the next thing you're going to do? So for non-Chevening aspirants, you've looked at all these criteria, you've gone on this site and you've compared and you've picked about, say, 4 to 5 schools. For Chevening aspirants, by now you've already picked like at least 3 schools that you're going to apply to. What is the next step? The next step is to go on the website of these schools and do research. What do they require? First of all, what are their deadlines for application? Second of all, what are the documents that they require? Now I'm going to give like the basic documents that most UK schools will require from you. First of all, they require your statement of result or your transcript. They would require your degree certificate, and then of course if you're a lawyer, your call to bar certificates as well. Some might say your law school transcript, but most will not require that. They will require your WAEC certificates for English test proof, but some of them might want to might go the extra mile and say no, we want TOEFL or IELTS. So you might want to check if that school requires that. Then a couple of them would also require references from you, at least 2 references from you, attesting to your good character and your ability to undertake a master's or an undergraduate study in the UK. And finally, they would most likely require a personal statement from you. So basically your undergraduate degree transcript and results, your English language tests, either WAEC or IELTS or TOEFL, or some schools accept Duolingo, and then they would require they will require a personal statement from you and references. So you want to make sure you have these documents in line before you start your application. Also, you might want to check what their application deadline is. For most UK schools, for their September intake, the application deadline is usually pushed a little ahead. Early deadlines are usually January, maybe February, and then late deadlines are usually, say, between April and July. But when you apply within that time, it's not a guarantee, because if they've reached their class limit for your course, then they might not really consider your application, or you might get a rejection. So you might want to consider applying within, late, like between September and December, or first quarter of the year, to get a much quicker response. Especially for Chevening applicants, you don't want to leave your application till the last minute, because you might not get your unconditional offer, and what happens to you then? If you get the scholarship, you won't be able to go. So you might want to consider applying on time. Latest first at the end of the first quarter, your application is already in, because most of these applications are considered on a rolling basis. Okay. Also, once you're sure you've dealt with the deadlines, let's go to the next thing you have to look out for. Alright, so once you have laid down the deadlines for all your schools, for instance, University of Westminster, deadline for application for September intake, so and so. This one, University of Oxford, so and so. Queen Mary University of London, so and so. You've laid down all the deadlines. The next thing for you to do is go on each website and write out requirements, application requirements, documentation. University of Westminster, degree certificate, blah blah blah. Most times these documents will almost always be the same thing. There might be a few variables or changes here and there, but most times it's the same thing. degree certificate, this. Next thing you want to plan is, how do I get these documents? Especially for those who probably just graduated and they don't have their documents yet. Start applying to your school. There are some schools like the University of Nigeria, my alma mater, has like an online website where you just apply for your transcripts. Pam, it's there. Some schools will say, oh, they don't want to give you a transcript. Let me give you a small hack. If you have a school, a Nigerian university that is saying, oh, we don't send our transcripts to you, you might not want to spend so much sending to every school. Some schools will require that you send them your transcripts directly, like they don't mind. Some schools will say, no, your school, that's your undergraduate school, like maybe University of Ibadan or University of Nigeria, must send them the transcripts directly. For schools like that, because I remember, I think University of Warwick and SOAS, one time when I applied to them, they said my school must send my transcript to them directly, hard copy or soft copy, whichever one. That one you don't have control over it. But a lot of UK schools are very lax on this. They would allow you to upload your transcripts by yourself. Okay, so what you can do is you can apply to your school. If your school has an online application portal, apply to your school. Even if they don't have, if you can get to your school and make an application physically and say, oh, I want to get a job at so and so place. You can just apply, oh, I'm applying for my transcript, blah, blah, blah. I want to get a job at so and so place and my employer needs to see it. Not advising you to lie, but sometimes these Nigerian universities will make you do the utmost just to get what you deserve. Or you can just use, if you're already working somewhere, you can apply as your employer. So just go to your boss and say, oh, please, I want to use your letterhead and apply for my transcript, as like an assessment kind of thing. And then, for instance, I used my employer to apply for my transcript and it came to my office. They delivered it, DHL delivered it to my office. I paid for the delivery and everything on my school's website. It came to my office and then I was able to scan it, save it on my email, and now I use it for every single thing I need to do. So if you have a school like that, that would always insist that they can't send to the student directly, then you can meet your employer, your boss, or your immediate supervisor and apply as though, you're applying from your office, and then they'll send it to your employer. Which school will say they're not sending transcripts to an employer for examination purposes or assessment purposes or whatever? So, yeah. That's one way you can go. By now, you have your transcripts. Most UK schools will allow you to upload it. The few that don't allow you to upload it, sorry, you're the one that's going to pick that school. You pay money for your school to transfer to them directly, which is sometimes quite expensive, but I mean it's for an overall good. So once you've gotten your transcripts, you've gotten your certificates, you've gotten your this thing, it's now time for you to do what? To get about writing your personal statements. Guys, sometimes a personal statement is the difference between candidate A and candidate B. A personal statement can mean the difference between, we are sorry to inform you that you do not have a place on this program this year. There were a lot of competitive applicants and we are happy or we are pleased to inform you that. Take your personal statements very seriously. I cannot overemphasize this. Take your personal statements very, very seriously. If you're writing your personal statements, I will do a more detailed video on this, but if you're writing your personal statement, this is not the time to come and be doing, from when I was 5 years old, I've always known I was passionate about. I've always unnecessary, all those anecdotal quotes, all those quotes that are very cliche, very unnecessary in your personal statement. What do you need to show? First of all, you need to look at this, look at the school, the courses. Then tell the school why you're picking them and why you're picking that course. Once all your documents are in order, before we get to how you're going to write your personal statement, once all your documents are in order, look at each school, go to their site again, Google your course, Google the modules, Google everything about the school, extracurricular activities that they do, things that they offer that other schools don't offer. Google unique qualities about your school, because this is what you're going to put in your personal statement, right? For each school, to let them know that, oh, this one has researched our school, oh, she really knows why she wants to study the courses she chose in this school, she knows why she chose this school, and she knows what she wants to do with her life. So you really need to, for each school, just write, oh, they have a swimming pool that helps to enhance student well-being. They have this one, student union. They have this one. They give free lunch. They do this, do that. For each school, make pointers. So you always have to have a note where you're putting these things. You always have to have a note where you're writing all these things down so that you don't forget. Now, when you want to, so you don't always have to go back on Google to go and Google the school afresh again. So once you're done with all this, it's now time to do what? To write your personal statements. UK schools are very easy to get into if you get your cards right, if you know what you're doing. You start on the application portal. Most times the application portal contains like several phases: your biographical information, your education, your documents, where the phase where you upload all your documents, your work experience phase and everything. Again, I would emphasize, make sure all your documents are complete. Sometimes too, some schools will ask you for your resume, so make sure that you have a CV that is ATS compliant and a CV that has all the keywords that you require to get into that school. Okay, I might make another video explaining exactly what you need to have on your curriculum vitae or your resume, and exactly what you need to have on your personal statement, like an in-depth video on that. But I'll just quickly touch on your personal statement now. Once you have written, you've gathered all the information you require. You've gathered the ranking of the school for research, for everything. You've looked at the course modules and you're sure that they hit exactly where you need. You've looked at funding and you're sure that it's something you can afford, or you're sure that there are scholarships that you can apply to get to that school. Then we go into the application phase, which is start writing your personal statement, because obviously you need to upload that while you are applying. So start writing your personal statement. What do you require in your personal statement, my guys? You don't need to start going up and down, beating all around the bush. Sometimes I see some personal statements that are writing, "Oh, I've always known, my grandfather told me." It came as this one in a dream when I was 5. Unnecessary. What you need to do is show them. It's very simple. Show them where you're coming from. Show them why them, and show them where you're going. What do I mean? Show them where you're coming from. When I say show them where you're coming from, what do I mean? Give them your work experiences, your voluntary experiences, things you've done, lessons you've learned that led you up to this point when you decided, oh, I need a master's, or I need to undertake an undergraduate degree here, or I need a PhD here, you know. So don't start telling them, I've always known I was going to be a lawyer. My father always told me I was going to. Not necessary. So give them, oh, I have studied this as an undergraduate, and I wrote a project on this. While researching on this project, it opened my eyes to this, and pushed me into practice. I was practicing in this area for so and so years, doing this, doing that, learned so and so lessons, acquired so and so skills. With these skills and these lessons I have learned, I realized that there is a gap in so and so in the Nigerian whatever. I've decided to enhance my study or open my eyes further in this niche by undertaking a master's degree in so University of so in London. And you know, on further research with this university, I noticed they offer so and so course. They do this, they do that. They have this union, they have that union. They offer a work placement scheme in this. They do this and this. And all this will give me so and so skills that I require to launch into this area of my career and then do so and so. Have you seen how I brought them from where I have been to where I am now, my realization now, to where I know it is I want to go, and how this course is going to help me? Then you can wrap up your personal statements by saying, remember that this is not an in-depth video on personal statement. I will still do that, and maybe even a live demo writing of a personal statement. But you're now going forward to say, if I get this admission into your institution, this is what it will help me do. These are the skills it will help me gain, or it will help me sharpen, to help me do so and so when I return to my country, or to help me become so and so at this next stage of my life. Don't be modest. Don't be modest. Blow your trumpet. Show them what you've done. What have I done in this? See what I've done. See the people I've worked with. See how big I've gotten. But I need this to get to the next stage. Once you've written this, you know that yes, you have the elements of a good personal statement. You want to add something about the school. So when you're telling them what has brought you to this place and why you now need this course and everything, you're not just talking academics alone. if you can bring something nice about the school to give you an overall experience, you understand? Oh, they have this so debating club. I also love to. You will have this debating club, blah 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 blah. I've always been interested in debate. It has helped me hone my speaking skills and blah blah presentation skills, and it's an opportunity for me to have a little bit of downtime while I'm at the school. So these are the things you need to emphasize in your personal statement, not I studied this, I studied that. You don't have to reproduce your CV afresh. That's what your CV or your resume is there for, to give like, oh, your academic background and everything. Yes, you can state, oh, I did this as an undergraduate too. I graduated with this, but make it very brief. Don't let that not be the crux of your personal statement. Let it be very brief and let it go straight to the point. Move to the crux of your personal statement, which is where you've been, your experiences, whether voluntary or full-time, where it has brought you to, and why it motivated you to undertake a degree in the UK, and where you're going to. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have specific questions, you can ask me in the comments. My next videos will basically be on, I might be using one particular school as an example on how to apply to a school, and I will obviously, how do I put this now? Yeah, so basically I'll be using a particular school on how to apply, to a UK school, and basically all that you need to do, just like I did for the step-by-step Chevening application. And I would also be detailing how to write your personal statement. I might be giving a personal statement demo on here, so stay tuned on my channel. And if these are content that you like, please like, subscribe, share my videos, and please try to watch the video to the end. Don't watch 2 minutes and leave, because what you need is in the end of the video or in the middle, and you miss it. Okay, so try to watch the videos to the end, share my videos, subscribe, like, and of course, I love engagement. Engage with me in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.